Greetings, one and all, and welcome back to Rotten Reelz Reviews Audio Review. We're up to number 16. Now, this is normally the part where you would probably be subjected to yet another insanely gross zombie film of far too many titles, but is commonly known as thus. And yeah, I have no desire to go back to that. Much like Godfather Part 3, once is enough in my book. Instead, we will hearken to the post-apocalyptic universe of such popularity since Mad Max. Seriously, it's like the reemergence of this subgenre gets life breathed into it every 5-10 years or so. And some of these are, thought-provoking, others are dark and abysmal, and some are Waterworld. No, I kid, Waterworld. It's actually not a bad flick if viewed with just a tad bit more objectivity. Yeah. Nevertheless, the film I speak of is a movie established 100 years after the nuclear fallout, with the inhabitants of this scorched earth rise from one of their underground shelters in search of power, food, and other such needs. This is, sadly, Bruno Mattei's Rats, Night of Terror. Now, Bruno Mattei is under one of his pseudonyms, I believe this time around, Vincent Dawn. Brought to us by the letter A for Atomic Fallout, our band of underground dwellers in secure sanctuaries ascend to the surface to see what has become of the planet. Set in a desert town, our band of dirt-covered, scruffy survivors are out and about traveling in trucks and bikes that somehow work well, even after 100 years. The radiation hasn't screwed up the gasoline. Perhaps they run on hopes and dreams and unicorn farts. Not sure what the deal is with that. So puttering around in this battered town, which appears to be rat-free, the buildings are simply abandoned. None of the buildings are actually showing that much sign of wear and tear after, again, aforementioned nuclear fucking fallout. Yeah, I have no clue on that. So our team is being led by this bearded goof by the name of Kurt, or Autoritavia de la Cueta, from Crime Busters, Uppercut, Zombie, or Zombie 2 for some of the folks in the state, Nightmare City, Days of Hell, Cop Game, Zombie 3. No, he was not reprising a character, he just got sucked into it again. Strike Commando 2, and Double Team. And his collection of half-educated warrior wastelanders includes the very striking, yet incredibly ridiculously named Chocolate, Goretta from Demons, Buy and Sell, Shocking Dart, Sweetie Cakes, Bloody Christmas, and The Becoming. And my personal favorite, the white afro-wearing Video. Yeah. Gianni Franco from Phantom of the Opera, The Wax, Masked, Crimes, Third Person, and Coppola de Fortuna. Yeah, I'm actually getting better at pronouncing things. The rest of them, seriously, you will not care. When they're not bickering at each other, or they're discovering an elaborate hydroponics garden filtered with just gallons of fresh, uncontaminated water, and a complete about 3 or 4 barracks worth of fully packaged food that somehow nothing happened. Which really begs the question, who built this little paradise? Where are they now? Okay, so let's just jump right into the goofy part where they raid a local tavern / watering hole, whatever you prefer to call it. And all these rats seem to be lumped together on the floor and around the bar top. A large gathering of them seem to thwart our one-dimensional gibbering mongoloids at every turn. With scenarios of them burrowing through stomachs and throats, our rats seems to have cut our travelers off from all the exits. What will they do next? Is there no end to their devious behavior? How can they be stopped? Yeah, so when you're done suspending loads of disbelief, basically the rats are overrunning the place like a horde of zombies. When in actuality, they're just kind of huddled together, and some have dye in their fur to make them look black and menacing, which, what is that? Rat, blackface? I don't know. Got like a white minstrel thing going on there. Tisk tisk. Shameful, Bruno Mattei. Also, his commonly collaborator, Claudia Fragasso, is also responsible for writing this. Now, this was actually not painful when I put on the subtitling, because the subtitles actually made more sense. The piss poor English dubbing will make you just laugh. Seriously, if you just leave this on, this poorly dubbed dialogue and the complete lack of inflection in the voices, you could create a drinking game off of this. It's hilarious. I mean, with most of these scenes of rats being hurled like there's some sort of demented anime character, minus the speed lines, but you can clearly see from the arc and the trajectory that it was possible that a stagehand was just lobbing these poor creatures at said actors. At one point, some of the close-ups, one of the actors is, quote, engulfed by rats. You can clearly see fake plastic ones glued onto his costume and some been applied to his face. Their main tech guy, Video, is convinced every piece of hardware simply needs a kick in the balls. No, really, that was actual dialogue. He said, give it a kick in the balls. Picture virtually every guy that kicks your soda or vending machine and rattles the hell out of it, not realizing this thing weighs over 300 pounds and will squash him like an overripe grape. So truly, this film is ideal for poking fun at it if you wanted to do like a riff for it, assuming you're not just laughing profusely over the, again, aforementioned piss-poor English dubbing. Yeah, you could have a lot of fun with it. But, oh my god. Yeah, there is a surprise twist at the end. It wouldn't be a Bruno Mattei movie if there wasn't a lot of murder involved. But you know what? If I spoil it, you won't have any fun with this. It's enough on one of those, it registers about an 8.5 on a what the fuck meter. And that alone is worth your time and effort. That's pretty much all I have for this film. Again, if you guys have any suggestions, leave some comments in the comment box. Catch me up on Facebook for both Rotten Reelz reviews and Rotten Rambling On. Hey, maybe you could poke fun at Sean and go, hey, it's time you sat through one of these turds. Yeah, suffer. But, yeah, again, that's all I got. Have a good one. I'm out of here.